3, 2, 1. Welcome to KydexWars. I'm your host, JT. Today's episode brought to you by holsterloops.com, your source for polymer loops. Go to holsterloops.com, put in the code word KydexWars, and you're going to save 45%. 45%. Why? Because I don't like nonsense. I don't like BS. So all week, leading up to Cyber Monday, are you ready? I got an email. Are you ready? I'm like, I'm not ready. And I get another email. Get ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Get ready. Then I finally get it, and it's like, 15%? Fuck 15%, right? 45%. Holsterloops.com. They were the first. They took a huge chance based on me. I said, look, this industry is going here. There's going to be a huge discrepancy between the holsters we all are making and the holsters Raven Concealment's making because of these polymer loops. Everything else is the same. Oh, the same. And then it's like, how much of this shit? It's expensive. But luckily, they made it. We all bought it. And then they were able to another mold and another mold and another mold. And pretty soon we have all these products to choose from. And not only that, more importantly, there's competition. With competition brings the best prices for us. It's sweet. So check them out. Holsterloops.com. Save 45%. If you use KydexWars, usually it's 10%. When will they turn it off? I don't know. I haven't really told them that they're going to be 45%. But it will be. They're my best friends. So quick clarification. Because I'm not anti-war. I'm anti-me going to war, right? And my kids. Because it solves nothing. I'm sorry, but the hippies were right. It's all about love. Look, I don't want to have to admit that the hippies were right. God, I mean, but they were. So we got to do it. Because imagine that your whole life you've been putting together a puzzle. But you're really not sure, meaning no one has a fucking clue, what the final picture is supposed to look like. There's no manual. There's no box. Not only that, the smart ones realize that maybe these pieces we're putting together are only a small portion, meaning we don't know how big the puzzle pieces are. We're just taking for granted the fact that they're all the same size. And, you know, I've been trained by the military, so I use MDMP in my life, right? My family does MDMP as part of their SOP, which is the military decision-making process. Big corporations use it. They call it different things. Everybody steals it from the military, or people leave the military and give it to them. It's cool, though, because it makes things better. So it's great. In the military, it sucks. But when I do it for my own life, it's fun, because I make it fun. My family doesn't even know they're doing MDMP. So it's great. And so one of the things you have to take into account is the new facts on the ground. And the new facts are ayahuasca. So, because imagine this puzzle now you're putting together. So for 36 years, I've been putting this puzzle together. And I got my nice little neat pieces, and I'm putting them together, and they fit perfectly. And I'm like, yeah. No, don't need that piece. Oh, no, don't need that piece. Oh, those fucking hippies, I don't need that fucking piece, right? And then all of a sudden, whoosh! And you're just like, oh, fuck, what the fuck is that? Is that a piece? Like, is that the fucking puzzle? Like, oh, that's a huge-ass piece. And I've been putting together this tiny little piece, right? So my 36-year life piece is like this. And then ayahuasca piece is like, and you're like, When I used to think that my little piece for 36 years was 97% of it, when maybe it's only 3%, and this ayahuasca is 97%, or maybe this ayahuasca piece is only like 50%, and there's a ginormous piece that we're missing also. You got to do it. These are new facts. Because if we keep using the old facts, for instance, you got to watch JRE, the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Yesterday, oh my God, the best guest ever, Jocko Willilink. I know you've never heard of him. I've never heard of him. You want to know why? Because he's the #1 soldier on the fucking planet. Right? Not like, ha ha ha, you know. No. No, the #1 motherfucker on the planet. The baddest motherfucker in the world. That's what, yeah, him. And his perspective on the war was tremendous. Tremendous. But he's missing a big piece, right? Because he thinks he's right. Just like I used to think. Oh, yeah, 36% of it is right. Yeah, no, or there's 36 years. Yeah, these little pieces. Beep, beep, beep. And then his puzzle looks how I want my puzzle to look like, right? God damn, he's the type of dude you don't even know exist. Like, I had a level in my head of where I thought I would need to try to get to in order to even think about trying to be him, a dude like him. Nobody knows he exists. And then as you're in the process, you're like, oh, there's that guy, and I can get down with it. Yeah, okay. I can see that level. I'm not there yet, but okay, it'll take a few years. I can get there. But no. You're like, what? And I've worked for dudes like him. Not like, here's his level. So they're like, there. And it sucks just as bad as you think it fucking sucks because there's only the job. I'm like, I got a family. Like, I'm down for going over there and shit, but like, I want to do other shit. I like to play video games. Like, I don't want to be here all fucking day. Like, doing nothing. I mean, we got something, right? I don't want to do that. It fucking sucks. But when you listen to him in his podcast, it's, more bombs, more drones, more killing. Just more. You ask military guys, what do they want? More. What is it? Troops, money, armor, new weapons. They want this. And yet it never fucking works. Never. It may suppress it, right? I'll break it down to a little kid. So, little kids throw temper tantrums. Now, most parents don't have time for that shit. So, there's two paths you can take. You can take the direct approach, which is, I'm going to force you to overcome your temper tantrums that you'll naturally overcome as you get older. But I'm going to force you with non-compassionate ways. So that's sort of like we'll fucking kill you. Don't forget the 3 innocent people we killed that lead to 10 other dudes, but so it hasn't worked, it can't work, it's never going to work, it just suppresses it. Peace is the absence of war. Right? Love just is. So love is, peace is just the absence of war. So we're not really in peace, we're just waiting for the war to start. And then when we stop the war, now we're just waiting for the war to start. And then we stop the war and we wait for it to start. So it hasn't worked, it can't work. And you just don't know. I'm not criticizing him, number one, because who the fuck am I? Nobody. Right? But, you put motherfuckers in Gitmo that you don't even have pictures of, and we keep them there for 14 years, and then the solution is you gotta fucking kill them? What the fuck? Like, no, that's not what we fucking do. What do you think's gonna happen when we put all these innocent people in fucking prison forever? Yeah. They're gonna fucking want to kill us, just like you would. And so it's just never ending. Go. No, listen, and I'm not even telling people not to go to war. I'm not telling you that. Nobody could tell me that. If you want to have that experience, go. All I'm saying is I'm here with some wisdom. I can give you a different point of view, and I'll be here for you when you get back. No harm, just like the hippies. We're here to hug you. If you need problems, you're going to come back with problems. You're going to come back with problems, right? That's just a matter of fact. You're either going to come back with problems, or your problems are going to be here waiting for you, i.e., you haven't seen your family for 20 fucking years. So we need to cancel out the option. Those of us that understand, hey, that's not a good idea. We don't need to convince them it's not a good idea. We just need to make sure it's not an option. Because he's a bad motherfucker. He could have done anything he wanted in the world. So he's going to be the best at whatever he does. That dude. Yeah, so sorry, the hippies were right. What do you want to do? Fucking hippies, dude. Hippies. Yeah, fucking hippies. But so here's the situation. Because this episode's sort of going to be like, well, I'm super stressed. There's lots of happy people. The government's telling me I make $100,000 a year and I'm rich as fuck. I'm looking around realizing I'm not rich as fuck. I'm working my ass off for the military. and doing holsters on the side. I'm not fucking rich. So I'm thinking in my head, what would I do for 3 more hours in the day? Right? Not 27 hours in the day, because the military will scoop those motherfuckers up. Trust me, dude. It's not going to be an 8-hour work week. It's going to be an 11-hour work day, plus PT and all that other shit. So I'm talking 3 more hours in a 24-hour cycle. What would you do for just 3 more hours? So that was kind of like the question. And so part of that answer, and I didn't get the question right away. It took years, but we'll get to that. So part of the answer was I started making holsters. And you hear people, why do you want to make holsters? Well, they didn't have my option. Shut the fuck up. We all made holsters because you got on Raven Concealment's website. You said, those nerdy motherfuckers are making $5 million? $5 million? I just read an article on how to make a sheath, and now I'm doing it. And you're telling me they make $5 million motherfucking dollars doing the same thing I'm doing, and they're a bunch of fucking nerds, right? I mean, everyone knows Travis Haley's not making those holsters, right? Chris Costa's not making those holsters. They're just made by regular dudes. I'm a regular dude. So as soon as I make those holsters, yeah, I'm going to make $5 million. I mean, not right away. I mean, maybe the first year 100K. I mean, yeah, easy. I mean, they're fucking nerds. I got a Ranger tab. I'm not saying I'm better than them. What I'm saying is, yeah, who the fuck are you going to buy from? A nerd motherfucker? And I don't even know which one of them flamed me. I don't know, whatever. But, who are you going to buy from me? You're going to buy from me because I'm a cool dude. I don't go out my business practice as it to try to intimidate people to stop doing what they're doing. No, I want to help people, because if you get better, then I get better. Okay, yeah, we all get better because we're not taking each other's customers. Because the people that know you are not going to buy a holster from me. They may buy one from RCS. They're not going to, but when they know you, they're going to buy one from you. And so we're just taking theirs. It's great. Anyways, so yeah, I should make $100,000 easy. And so in the process of making these holsters, I come across a mantra, and it's the richest man in the world is not he with the most, it's he who needs the least. And it's a riddle, right? Like when Rogan talks about be your own superhero, it takes a while. You don't just solve it. Right? These Buddhist monks aren't just looking at, here's the answer. Here you go. So some crazy fuck, right, tries to take over the world or some craziness, right? So these riddles, they're not even solved. It's sort of like they unfold. And that's from Ram Dass. It talks about they unfold. They kind of unfold when you look back at it. It just unfolds. And so as I'm thinking about it, I think about that mantra. I didn't think it was a mantra then. I didn't know any about that shit. It was just, I just heard it. The richest man in the world is he who needs it's not he with the most, it's he who needs the least. And so then I thought, what do we need to live? Like, what do we actually need to live? And it's hard to really do, because when you work all day, you want to come home and then you want to watch TV or whatever. You're going to do your little thing, or you work some shitty job. You got to reward yourself. I'm using my 30 days of leave every year. Gee, you think I like fucking sitting there all the time? God damn. So then the Army forced me to figure it out when they announced the cuts. Even though I wasn't going to get cut, 0% chance. I was just going to be a major, lieutenant colonel, retire. It would have been the easiest fuck, right? I'm not in the special forces world, right? I'm not there. So I don't have to do shit. My flair, I know my flair and the way I look is enough to take me all the way to retirement, piece of cake, because I'm never doing anything illegal. So it's just how it is. But now you're lumping me, because no matter what people say about my career or what you think about it, I was always in the right place at the right time with the right uniform. And the Army always told me, as long as you do those things, you always have a job. So then when all of a sudden I'm getting thrust in with DUIs, sexual assaults, and fucking no whatever that needs improve or do not promote, these motherfuckers, you really Army? You can't just look at these motherfuckers and go, yeah, you're all fucking out. Are we not adults? These big boy rules I hear all the time, right? So it forced me to get that number. And so you have to cut. You can either do it for real, like I do, no half-assing it. Right? When I heard the Bowman, one of the mobility ladies, super smart lady, Katie, I forget her name, She was on Rogan. She said, "Get rid of the couch." I was like, "Oh yeah, get rid of the couch." Yeah, it makes perfect sense. My kids are kind of getting sick because they're lymph node. They're moving around, but not moving around like the way she's talking to move around. Lymph node system isn't moving around. Got rid of the couch immediately. Wife was super pissed. I was going to do the dining room table and the rest of that shit. Go no furniture, but I saw her reaction to the couch. I thought, I better hold it back. So just go for it, right? So we just start cutting. Now, and then you start to listen to Ram Dass. He talks about suffering is attachment. And then that brings me to the problem, you know. The military's requiring me long hours, but they're paying me money. And then with this money, I'm going and buying things. But if I just cut out the middleman, right? Like, cut out the need to buy these things. What if I just don't buy these things? Do I need to go to work anymore? I was like, oh, shit. Right? Epiphany. Like, do I need, like, then I'm like, is a Toyota Sienna worth $800 a month? Like, $800 a month? Because I'm not rich. Like, a Toyota Sienna minivan, it's 40 grand. You get 0 interest, $800 at the military. I'm like, the Toyota Sienna is fucking cool, but $800 a month, Jesus Christ. Like, that's a lot of fuck. That's a house payment. That's a house payment. Or a nice ass apartment. What the fuck? I could use that, or just not even worry about the Toyota Sienna and get rid of it, and not even have to earn that $800, which is key. So, do I need 3 Glock 17s? Like, really? Glock 17? Really? I need 3 of them? Like, because they put a new fucking thing on the trigger release? It's got a new little... Get the fuck out of here. Learn to use one, alright? So, I mean, I was with that crazy buying, you know, I'm sure people... Whatever. Or, so yeah, I drive a Ford Fiesta. Does it suck? Yeah. But not at the pump, and I mean filling it up. It's quick. It's fast. And does it really suck? No, because I don't drive it that much. Who gives a fuck? I mean, I'm fucking 37 and I'm retired, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you want to really drive that Ford F-150, if you're really doing that. But anyway, so I got the number down to $1,000 a month without a house. So $1,000, and that's still eating organically under the Dolce diet. Like all the meals we eat Dolce diet. Obviously, I eat chips and shit sometimes too, right? Fucking, you're here, might as well. So, but I think I could get that number way down lower. Except it's one of those numbers where the wife was like maybe I could get another $100, but it's not worth it. It's not worth that struggle. We're $1,000. That's good. Because $1,000, I can go sell pizzas and make $1,000. Deliver pizzas and fucking be. That's easy as hell. So, and it's funny because I tried to quit the military for free. Like, I would have got that. I was so fucking stressed. I would just, let me leave. Just let me leave. Let me leave. Like, if I thought I wasn't going to be court-martialed for not showing up, because I'm not getting court-martialed for not showing up. That's like the lamest thing ever. It's got to be good. Like, send in a reply all email to all of USAREC stating, hey, where's this dumb civilian that's not... Anyways, we can do that. I'll tell that story later. But, and of course I feel guilty, right? I feel fucking guilty. Listen, if you're getting out of the military right now, all those horror stories are over. Right? Oh, I waited for one to happen. I was waiting for the horror story. I was at Fort Carson. Are you really going to let me leave? Like, really? Like, they're paying me money, right? Like, they're going to give me money to leave. Like, you don't think that? Am I the only one that thinks that's stupid? Like, I just want to leave. Like, oh, God. But, yeah, you feel guilty. Yeah, of course you do, because you see all the suffering that people had. So, I could either get over it or I could continue to suffer, right? But I've been in ayahuasca, so the way I told myself, you could say, to make myself feel better, to be okay with it, whatever you want. I'm okay with it because I put myself in the people's shoes who did suffer, and what would I want in the end? What would I want? Because I wanted to go suffer to get into fucking combat, to get that little fucking lieutenant who I switched places with. And as we switch, I'm looking at him and I'm like, like, he's not even big, right? If those infantry dudes must have shit their fucking pants when we did the switch, right? Because I'm coming in 252 fucking pounds. I just deadlifted 500 fucking pounds, raw, right? Raw, no straps. And this little fucking nerd, he's like a goth dude. Because you think everyone's the same. We wear the uniform. We're all wearing the same uniform. But then when we go to social function, and he's goth, and I'm like, it's cool to be goth, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, have you seen me? Like, do you know what I look like? it wasn't easy doing the shit I did to try to look this way. And now this, what the fuck? But, look, if you don't take it, because listen, when you're going through your med board, they give you dates. My Pueblo hit every fucking date early. And I asked him, I was like, what is going on? When am I supposed to suffer? And he's like, listen, he broke it down. He's like, we've been asking for 300 more people and 300 computers. And no one wants to give the money until they get embarrassed. And now they give the fucking money. When those fucking civilians start getting fired, then they're going to give us the fucking money. So then they give us the money and now everything's go good. Because 30 days from when I out processed Fort Carson, August 17th, within 30 days, my VA check was in my bank account. In my fucking bank account. I don't know why anyone's at work. I don't know why anyone is at work right now. You all have you all got it. You got it. You got it. But and you're still there. Here I am. 37. Not working. The VA gives me more than enough. I get $1,000. Look, before I go working, the worst case scenario in my mind now is me having to go work at fucking a cubicle somewhere. Because I'm gonna be like, I just want to work at Walmart. Just let me show somewhere and leave. I can leave, do my job the best I can and leave. That's it. I just want to show up, leave, right? But before that fucking happens, because my wife will be like, look, you have a fucking degree, and I'll be like, oh God, fuck that degree. I just got it because I was too stupid to realize you could go to Ranger School. Just enlist. Just enlist. So, look, within 30 days, the money was there. The process was flawless. It blew my fucking mind. And my diagnosis, my official diagnosis from a fucking doctor that the Army concurred, says PTSD prior to military service exacerbated greatly by military service, right? Look, I don't make these fucking rules. I don't know who makes these rules. The people that suffered. And the doctor broke down. He's like, look, these are the rules. You're entitled to it because the rules say you did, right? And I was like, yeah, I guess. He's like, would you, if it was in the rules, the regs, and your soldier wasn't getting the money that he fucking deserved, would you go get it for him? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm not a hypocrite. And he really didn't say that. I just made that shit up. But it's a good story. And it works. So, this is what it is. And oh yeah, one more thing, clarification, real quick. Airborne Ranger School, right? If you are a military person and you ask me, am I an Airborne Ranger? The answer is no. No. I went to step 1 with every intention to go into step 2. And at Airborne School, I looked around like, hey, I didn't see those Ranger Battalion recruiters asking for us because I just graduated and I went straight through that motherfucker and suffered all that shit, right? I suffered before I went to Ranger School in order to go right through. So I could be the first because I thought there'd be an OML just like going to Ranger School and I'm going to be number 1, motherfuckers. And they looked at me like, hey, stupid lieutenant. Stupid lieutenant. Oh, thanks. Like, yeah, like, we get a briefing on this shit, right? I'm just get a briefing. Yeah. Hey, stupid lieutenant. You got to go somewhere else first. Look at you, stupid. I'm like, you're on my fucking list, motherfucker. I forgot the list by now. But yeah, so when a civilian asks you, says, well, what kind of schools, and because they hear that shit, you say, yo, I've been to Ranger School, I've been to Airborne School, Air School. Oh, you're an Airborne Ranger? And like, yes, just say yes. Because one, they don't want to hear a 15-minute conversation explaining the difference between that no one cares about except the motherfuckers that go or in the military, right? That the difference is, listen, step 1 is you go to Ranger School. That's the baseline. Right? That's just to prove you're not a fucking pussy. So then there's more to go. I wanted to do more. Yeah, but I couldn't. Listen, this. Yeah. Here's a funny story. Embarrassing. But it's sort of like, well, we'll go for this first. So, yeah, I got it. Look, am I an Airborne Ranger? No. I've graduated Airborne School and Ranger School. Yeah. So, all right. So you got your number. Now, whatever that is, we'll just use 1,000 because it will make the math easy. So now you got to work towards it. right? Because you need, worst case scenario is $1,000 a month, and you're living with your in-laws, right? And then worst case scenario, you live in a tent. And then worst case, I go to my parents. I might die before that fucking happens. So, example. So you got $1,000. You need, let's give yourself a year, right? Give yourself 12 months to make this shit fucking happen. So that means you need $12,000. Save it up. That's the bare minimum. You can save more if you want. Give yourself clear, concise guidance and a time hack. That's all you need. So you got a time hack. You got 12 months. You need $12,000 minimum. Get some more. Because, and what may happen, what are you like? Because what I found, and it's unfolded, is significant doors that I didn't even know existed. I wouldn't even have known to think about opening them. Would have not been there had I tried to stay safe. You want to stay safe? You want to be stay safe. So now you got to go for it. So what have you got to lose? You're worried about, what are you learning about? Losing all your money? It's fucking America. You're not going to lose all your fucking money, right? If you want to work, there's fucking money. Don't fuck all that bull. Oh, Joe, shut the fuck up. If you got to go to, like, I've never understood these people that stay in one spot. You got to move. If the money's in the oil fields, those fracking places, yeah, you might get fucking cancer. So, hey, think about something before you have to go do that. Right? So, easy. And it's only $1,000. Jesus Christ. So, and plus failure, that's where you learn. Right? That's what I love about these fucking politicians. They're so fake. I don't give a I know nobody's perfect. I know it. So I know you're hiding it. And that means you can be blackmailed. That's why Trump, what are you going to, you're going to say, hey, Trump, you failed before. He's like, yeah, dummy. That's how you make $8 billion. You don't make $8 billion by having other people give me money that I stupidly spend and so they can make tons of money. And then it really doesn't matter what I say because the TV, the dumb box tells me what to do. That was a rant. But here's the story. So, because the universe will tell you things, you just need to listen. And I wasn't good at listening. So the universe was telling me, I am not going to be Rambo. I'm not going to be whatever. Not only am I not going to be it, we let you go to Ranger School, fine. We let you go there. You did that, all right? You didn't get a clue. So next, you're still not listening. So now we're going to embarrass you. All right? So keep in mind the amount of effort it takes to go straight through Ranger School. I was prepared physically to fail every fucking phase twice. And I have a funny story about a dude in there, a roly-poly motherfucker, who had no idea motherfuckers like me existed on the same level that we're just one-minded, all or none. And we don't give a fuck about anything else, right? It's like, you impugn my fucking honor? Well, then we're going to die. One of us is going to die, and I don't give a fuck who it is. So, whatever. Right? I don't think that way anymore. But, so, I'm gearing up for SF school. I'm rucking 30 miles a fucking week. Right? I'm in the middle of the day, like, because at this point in time, the artillery people don't fucking care about me. Right? Infantry dudes are doing EIB. I'm not infantry, so the artillery dudes did some cool EIB stuff, but there's just not as much as the infantry guys. So I'm not. So the artillery. So it's like what they tell you in school when you're an FSO, fire support officer. You tell the artillery you're doing infantry stuff. You tell the infantry you're doing artillery stuff, and you go play fucking Guitar Hero, right? Except this time I was rucking because I was going to go SF. Because one, everyone expected me to. For some reason, I expected myself to, and the units were saying no. That's a terrible idea. So, rucking 30 miles a week. My legs are starting to hurt. I'm starting to get shin splints. Whatever. Shut the fuck up, legs. 30 miles a week. Still doing all these crazy ass workouts. I'm going deep, motherfuckers. This is because the wheels are coming off the bus. So put that over there. We're going. All energy is focused straight ahead. Wife's pregnant. Straight ahead. What's gonna happen? Kid growing up with a dad sucks. I know about that. Doesn't matter. Straight ahead. So shin splints. I'm in aerosol school. It's only 10 days. Bullshit. I want to win the fucking ruck march. Like the fucking chaplain won the ruck march. The chaplain does not win the fucking ruck march at the school I go to, right? The chaplain doesn't fucking win. I couldn't fucking do it. I tried running. I couldn't do it. My fucking legs were killing me. I finished like in 15-minute motherfucking miles, but I was planning on going 12-minute miles. This is aerosol school. It's fucking easy. It needs to be 2 days, not 10. You just play fuck games. I just graduated Ranger School. I don't need fuck games. Does nobody trust me yet, right? There's no one in the military trust us to do the right fucking things that I should just be able to do this school in 3 fucking days? Apparently not. So my legs are fucked up. 15-minute miles. I don't give a... I've fucking been to Ranger School. I'll walk 15-minute miles till I fucking die. But the chaplain wins the fucking ruck march. Right? Not a clue. There's something's wrong with my equipment, but it's not dawning in. I'm zoning out that pain, trying to do ice baths. My wife's like, are you sure you should go? Shut up, I gotta go. Because nobody was helping me with my physical prior. So you got to do your physical. For some reason, my physical wasn't being signed off on. And I'm getting upset, right? I'm talking to my captain, like, if nobody fucking helps me, I may go in there and fucking choke motherfuckers out, right? Because you're getting in the way of my fucking dreams. It's one thing if I fail, but I better get the opportunity to go. And I don't think he understood the level of mad that I was, right? Anger was huge. So I just go in because it's getting close to when I go. If I don't have this paperwork, when I show up, they're going to kick you out. They kick you out for any reason. They're the goddamn special forces. They could just say, you know what, all of you fuck off. And just to see who comes back. They could do that. They don't need to take anybody. They don't give a fuck. That's why it's awesome. I mean, I'm not even in it. I'm just looking at the outside going, yeah, that's where I want to be. Or I want to try to be there. So, no one signed my paper. So instead of going and choking them all the fuck out, I can just yelling because I'm fucking... Was that captain? Might have been captain. Probably. So I just went in there, grabbed some poor fool's packet, right? Grabbed someone's medical packet that was sitting there where the doctors grab it, right? From the aid station, grab it. Just go back to the company, make a copy of the last page, tail back, set it back, and go home. You know, I put my name on it, face, boom, make a copy. It's in the packet. I'm good. I fucking reeked. Damn, this is ridiculous. Like, right? Still not getting the clue. So then I get to SF school, and all this shit goes wrong, right? Usually I pack a week out. I'm going to pack. And then 3 days, I'm going to unpack and pack. Then I'm going to unpack and leave it. Then I'm going to come back and check it again. Then I'm going to pack. And then it's going to be ready to go. Right? There's no fucking around. But all of a sudden, all this shit's going wrong because my wife's pregnant. She's having problems. She's really, like, preeclampsia. And I'm like, and then there's fucking doctors. And then I forget my running shoes. I mean, I had shoes on, but those aren't the shoes I run in, right? I need my running shoes. I got my fucking running shoes. And then I'm going there, and my legs are fucking hurt, like, bad. I got like swelling up. I'm like, something is not going right. Like, I just went straight through fucking Ranger School. Like, yeah, my legs were hurting. Yeah, they fucking really hurt, but what the fuck is going on? Something. This is only 22 days. What the fuck? I've never failed anything. And so then, you know, we do the first ruck march, and of course, I fail. Well, there's no standards, but you know you fucking fail when you're like 12th from last. Fuck, I might have been last. I'm pretty sure I wasn't last because you start when it's dark as fuck. But I could have been fucking last. I mean, I just walked by. They knew. The NCO, they knew. And I was like, well, thanks for the opportunity. Had a little conversation with them, and I went back and packed up my shit. And I was like, who needs shit? And they're like, what? And I'm like, dudes, it's fucking over. I went to, afterwards, you know, I went to sick call, and they're like, you got shin splints. Or stress, whatever the fuck they call it, stress fracture or some shit. I'm like, dude, it's fucking over. Like, I was last, right? So who needs shit? Because if you're going to selection, you need, take shit, more shit than you need, like shirts and stuff, wear them, throw them out. Don't ever wear them again. Just toss them. You need more. So I was fucking, who needs shit? Right? And then I'm like, fuck. I don't know what it's like to go back and fail. Like, oh my God, I'm going to see all those fucking people, right? So the end of the story is totally fail, get sent back. I'm sitting in my house I'm like, man, I'm trying to reflect, like, where did all that go wrong? Like, my workouts were on point. Yeah, my legs were, yeah, I got stress. How the fuck do I get stress fractures? Like, I did everything to get ready to go to Ranger School. I did it again, except I had better times. Like I increased my output. Not necessarily, I didn't do more weight I did more miles and shit, but I didn't do it stupidly. So then I'm sitting there, my legs are up, all fucked up. And I'm looking at my boots, and I noticed that my fucking boots say size 12, right? Now, I've been training for selection whenever we got home, so plus in Iraq. So what is that? I don't know, 6, 7 months maybe. I'm thinking, I've probably been working on those boots for 6 or 7 months. Maybe it was only 3 months. I don't fucking know. How the fuck do I have size 12 boots? How the fuck are my boots size 12? What the fuck? And then years later when you get over that, you realize, oh, duh, the universe didn't want me to do that. They wanted me to raise these fucking kids. Because if I was even able to, it doesn't even matter. I wasn't able to make it. You make it, you die, you quit, right? In that world, you make it, you die, you quit. And I'm not dead, I didn't make it, so I quit. It doesn't fucking matter. Look, if you go to Ranger School, you fail, you keep going, keep trying. The Army kicks you out, keep trying. You're 80, you die. That's not your fault. You just ran out of time. So that's the way it goes. So, funny fucking hilarious. Size 12 boots. What the fuck? That's like... It's like a day one mistake. Like, you don't even get past day 0. Size 12 boots. Who the fuck bought me size 12 boots? That's what I want to know. Who the fuck? Because there's only one person that buys boots, and that's me. How the fuck do I buy size 12 boots? No one else is buying my equipment but me. Fucking crazy. Super embarrassing. It's funny now. Who gives a fuck? So back to our money. So you got $12,000 you need to get. So let's say you make 10 holsters a month. You sell 10 holsters a month. That's not that hard. If you go out and you talk to one person a day, one new person, talk to them about holsters, and not in the Gee Whiz forum. Who gives a fuck about that shit? They're going to do whatever Chris Koss and Travis Haley tell them. Whatever those motherfuckers say, they're going to fucking do, right? Because they're not really going to fucking combat. If you're going to combat, do whatever the fuck those motherfuckers say. For the 90% of the rest of us, you're not. The 90% of your customers are not going to be Chris Koss. They're not watching Magpul DVDs. Most of my fucking customers are like dudes' wives. Those motherfuckers are never watching the Magpul DVDs. If we can just get our wives to carry, that's it. What do you want? What do you want to carry? Oh, you want to carry? Hey, what do you want? What do you want? This one? What do you want? Oh, it's up to you. I don't know. You just let them do whatever they want. Because how funny is it going to be? It's going to happen where there's going to be a badass chick. And one of these crazy motherfuckers, whoever they could be, they're all the same. Just insert new motherfuckers. They're all crazy. So whatever. They're going to come. They're going to try some shit. And they're going to get fucked up. I can't wait till there's a badass like Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm chick who's right now in the making. She's going to say, fuck guns. She's going to do some Thor shit, praise Odin, and just fucking rush you. And you're going to be so fucking terrified. You're going to freeze. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. You didn't tell me these people existed, and they're going to fuck you up. Right? So, 10 holsters per month. That's 120 per year. That's 240 belt loops. Let's just say pancake holster, 2 belt loops, or soft, whatever. So, say they're $1. It's 240 belt loops. $240. They're not $1. I got it. 240. It's math. We're going to make it easy. So buy them all now. Plus 20%. Because if you're talking to people every day about your product and you tell them with all the actual love that you put in that, because you put a lot in there. It takes a lot to get good. And it's hard. And it's frustrating. You reach levels and you think you got it. And you're like, no, I don't have it. Then you're like, I need a piece of equipment. And then you're like, oh my God, there it is. Buy more. You're going to sell more. Look, you're not JP Morgan, right? We're not going to talk about, we're not going to talk about storing your money and is your money earning and your inventory is just sitting there. Fuck that shit. Those are big money guys. Ugh, that's a lot of stress, a lot of work. Who gives a fuck? Right? We're talking about doing freedom. We're talking about freedom. That's what we're talking about. Freedom. Not financial freedom. Because financial freedom, you'll notice, isn't freedom. I'm talking about freedom. Just one word. So, you're not sending $5 billion to Asia overnight. You're not JP Morgan. You're not sending $5 billion to Asia to earn half a point. You're not doing that. Then come back. So at the end of the year, if you take this holster loop sales, let's say it's 50% to make it easy, you're spending $240 a month or a year on belt loops. And I know you are because you just told me you sell 10 holsters a month. So that's $120. At the end of the year, you're going to have more of for doing nothing. But just being smart, taking advantage. And taking advantage of a company that wants to help you. That's what they're there for. They don't want to kill you, metaphorically, like RCS wishes they could. But I can't die, bitches. Look, I went to... You can't. You fucked up. 48 Laws of Power. If you haven't read it, read it. If you know... Look, Greg Jackson's camp, they all read that motherfucker. They're all smart as fuck. John Jones may be the best 48 Laws of Power dude ever. Those guys, you better know. You're going to fight them, you better know that shit. So, but what's $120 at the end of the year? $120 doesn't sound like a lot, but let's talk about just your business. Your business has to make money. So $120. If you're selling 10 holsters a month, you're going to need to up it if you want to get there, right? So we're going to work towards that. So now you got an extra $120 a month, but you're like, 120 months? Fuck $120. Are you fucking crazy? That's 2 mold guns. 2 mold guns that you didn't have to pay for. Mold guns are like $60. Yeah, they're $60. And if you have a shitload of them, if you paid $60 for a mold gun and you've never molded a gun for it, or maybe only one, rethink. If you're only going to make if you want something like that, have them bring the gun to you. Or you came to the show for pro tips, $120. Let's see. 240 belt loops at $1 each. Let's just say for math is $120. Oh my god! Wait, you mean I could buy next year's loops too? If you're smart. Maybe, I don't know. That math might work out. You're saving $120. You just paid for $120. I don't know, 50%. You'll figure it out. So, what does this equal? Well, freedom equals fuck you money, right? And fuck you money, because I have fuck you money. I love telling people that at the airport. Hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, I'm good. I got fuck you money. How are you? They look at me like, does he have millions of dollars? And I'm like, no, I don't have millions of dollars. It's asymmetric warfare is the thing like the battlefield of, hey, there's the red team and the blue team. All right, you stand here and you stand here because it's about honor. And if you run around the battlefield and shoot us and actually use tactics, you, sir, are not honorable and blah, 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 blah. All right, shut the fuck up. I hate those. I had those people like that. This chick, I went to the school called Bullet 2. We're a little side ramp before we get back to asymmetrical warfare. But I went to Bullet 2 with her. And she's one of those, it doesn't mean it, not her. It has nothing to do with her. She's just a do-gooder. And she's a know-it-all. But she didn't know shit. Right? Now, I was perfectly fine admitting to everyone that I've never been to fucking war. But I've read 60 motherfucking books. And every day I wake up and I say, this is what I'm going to do to ensure that when I meet the enemy, I'm going to fucking win. And at night I say, this is what I'm going to do to ensure that when I meet the enemy, I win. And then I didn't meet the enemy. I didn't get a chance to win. But she tried to tell me where my magazine pouch is going. I'm looking at her like, listen here, lady. One, you're only in charge. You're a lieutenant, just like me, dummy. Right? We're just like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Number 2, we only are on the same, right? Because I haven't had the chance to go to any fucking schools. That's number 2. Number 3, you're only in charge because you wear force. Shut the fuck up! I'll put my magazine pouches where the fuck I want them because I'm going to be the one pulling them out and shooting them. I was waiting for a sergeant major, a battalion sergeant major. I was waiting. Because I've read all those books where they like to embarrass lieutenants. So I was waiting. I was waiting for a battalion sergeant major to come to me or somebody to come to me when I was at a real unit. Because there was no way I was going to a real unit without a ranger tab. I'd be dead before that happens. So I was waiting for them to come to me. Plus all the time I spent shooting myself, whatever. And tell me, sir, we don't put our pouches on that side. And I would just freak out. I was just ready. Right? Because I'm right. I put my pouches where I fucking want because I'm the one that's using them, stupid. You're not going to be firing. I'm going to be firing. How did I know I wasn't going to be firing, right? I didn't know that. But it never happened. I always had cool battalion sergeant majors, probably. But, so fuck you money. is not about lots of money. It's about how much do you actually need. Because think about $1,000. If you only need $1,000 a month, think about everything you can say no to. We need you to work on the weekends. You know what? I've been here 10 years. Go fuck yourself. You can't just fire me. Where's the counseling? Where's the paperwork? Where's HR? There's fucking human resources. Read those fucking manuals for a reason so you can know what you can and can't do. You can know where that line is, and then rush those motherfuckers who think you don't know where the line is. Rush them, and then you push the line back and scare the fuck out of them. But as long as you're right, it says in the manual, then you're good. So that's what freedom's about. Saying no, right? I don't have to work. I like working. I like making holsters. If I had to make 20 holsters a day, I don't think I'd like making holsters. If I had to manage 20 people making holsters, or 3 people making holsters, I wouldn't like making holsters. I like to make holsters by myself, with my 2 guys, with my kids, by myself, when it's cold, when it's hot, whenever the fuck I want. That's what I like to do. And now I'm able because of what I've done. And that's what you can do. It's easy. So instead of the Raven Concealment way, let's pretend what we do, this easy-ass skill that anyone can master if you know how. Let's not pretend what it's not. Right? They did it. Anything they can do, you can do. And I proved it. Who the fuck am I? I've never made anything. I didn't know shit from shit. I made this fucking holster. Now I have a full-scale holster company, and I have a fucking podcast. What? So here's what I've been witnessing. So now, that's how I got my life back. I got my time. So now time's about me. It's about what I want to do. I get to choose. And no one's my boss. It's great. I mean, now, you got a contrast, right? Is a fucking Toyota Sienna, F-150, whatever the fuck you have, whatever. Is that worth it? Or is it worth me? Like what you see here? Because I'm super happy. I wake up at 5 a.m. before everyone's awake. And I'm like, oh, this is my time. And then I sit there. I can just just think about my day. Like, all right, what do we really need to get done today? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that might take it. I might actually need 3 hours to do that. Yeah, all right. Well, it's going to be 3 hours. Yeah, it's going to be great 3 hours. Okay. I take a break. Yeah, fuck it. I can do whatever I want. I'm 37 and I'm fucking retired. And I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. You can do it too. You can do it too. But here's what I've been witnessing lately, so you can judge this. Or it's unfolding. So I've come to the opinion that the best gift that we can give to kids is they get to be kids. Right? They get to outgrow problems with compassion instead of being forced to outgrow them with no compassion. Right? That's what it is. So imagine this, because kids all throw tantrums. They do. Because they're little human beings. They got plopped in here. They're looking at you like, do you know? And you're like, I don't fucking know, but you pretend. If you would just say, like I tell my 5-year-old all the time, look, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. What do you want me to do? I'm trying my best. I don't fucking know. This is what it is. Okay? Look, we're going to work with you. Right now, we're not working with you because you don't have any life experience. So you got to go off what we think. But we're giving you such wide parameters, and it's only about love. My kid charges me. He charges me like I'm not even a grown fucking person. Like, I'm not that big, but I'm a lot bigger than a fucking 5-year-old. In fact, I'm pretty sure I could beat 500 5-year-olds. Like, I would rush their mass. Whatever the Spartans used to do to the slaves, if you didn't know. They weren't that sexy. They're a slave army. I don't know. I don't like fighting slaves. Maybe I made that up. But anyways, yeah. So they get to... So there's no fear in my house. Because I was trying to think. It blew me away. I had to think about it for seriously like 3 weeks. Because I swear to God, I was like, dude. I said, hey, it's time to put the iPad away. And I gave him his warning. Hey, 5 minutes. Hey, you got 3 minutes. Hey, you got 2 minutes. Hey, it's time to put the iPad away. And so I took the iPad away. And I went and put it up on the thing. And I turned around, and he was looking at me like this. And he comes charging me. And I was scared. Like, does he see something I don't see? Like, does he have some superpower I don't fucking know about? Like, I'm a fucking adult, right? Like, this motherfucker just charging me like he doesn't give a... I'm like, holy fuck. And of course, wham, right in the fucking stomach, like just wham. And I was like, holy fuck. I was just like, holy fuck, my God, what did you do? Like, dude, not cool. Like, that's not fucking cool, bro. Like, I talked to him like he was my equal. Because they are. I just have more life experience. I was like, that's not fucking cool. But I thought about it for weeks, and I was talking to my wife. I'm like, I mean, I would have done that, right? I would have dared to do that shit. But I would have known I would have got my fucking ass whooped with a wooden spoon, right? But I would have fucking pushed that one. But she would have. She's like, I would never do that. And I'm like, yeah, because you would have got your ass beat, or you just knew, and so you didn't do it because there's fear. In our house, there's no fear. See, he's going to learn to overcome his tantrums by just learning to overcome them, right? I mean, he's not going to be throwing tantrums when he's 12. He's not going to be throwing them when he's 16 because chicks, right? He's going to be doing sports if he chooses, or he's going to be doing chess or ballet or probably breakdancing because that's what he's into. And I'm cool with that too. I don't give a fuck. I let men into fucking combat, motherfucker. Like, I know. Listen, it's stupid of me to even say this because I haven't done shit. I know it. But it's stupid. But I know what I was willing, and I know what I prepared to do. It's fucking, look, the universe said, look, you're not going to be Rambo, dummy. You got to do this. This is your role. This is what you need to get done. So now I'm thinking maybe it's like a video game where you got a checklist, and I just got to check this shit off. And even though I didn't want to, well, now I got to. And it's probably because you got to learn to be nice to your parents. And I'm like, just kidding. But, yeah, my kids, there's no fear in my house. So they're going to overcome their problems naturally because they decide they want to. Because I hate to break it to you, parents, who force your kids to do something, right? You force them. You think you're so fucking tough. And my parents didn't even beat me. I just was around all these motherfuckers in the army that told me what they would do. And it's fucking assault. Because if you do that to me, I would fucking kill you. Right? But, yeah, it's fucking sad. Yeah, I'm around those dudes. So, yeah, that's because the kids get to decide. When they're 18, they can tell you to go fuck yourself. And so there better be some respect built up. So that, because the way I view it, and we're going to end, I'm just ranting, but the way I view it is, eventually my sons are going to come to a problem. They're going to come to a problem. And if they make the wrong decision, it may ruin the rest of their fucking life, right? May happen. And so I need to build as much respect that I can with them so that when that problem appears, they will come to me first. And at least I'll get the opportunity, because I can't stop them, but I'll get the opportunity to point them in the right path or to give them some advice that may help them. That's what those extra 3 hours are about right there. Just think about it. Think about something tragic happening or something, and you could have just solved it if you would have just had 3 measly hours. Right? Toyota Siennas, F-150s, Glock 17s, big-ass houses, swimming pools, Super Bowl trophies. Who gives a fuck, right? Who gives a fuck? That shit's not going to make you happy. I graduated Ranger School. The hardest motherfucking school that a regular step 1 can be. And afterwards, I looked around, and I was like, I don't feel like a badass. I'm supposed to be a badass, right? Like, I don't feel it. And I wasn't happy either. I was just like, all right, what's next? Fucking everyone's school. All right, I guess I gotta do that. What the fuck's going on here? Right? So 3 hours. This is just one way, but you can apply it. So, it's not he who needs the most. It's he who needs the least. Or actually, it's not he who has the most. It's he who needs the least. Break your plateau. Peace.